119-107, the Warriors beat the Kings at the Golden One Center, where there were more Warrior fans than Kings fans. I am not joking. That is embarrassing for Kings fans. It happened, yo. I was right here, sitting right here. Well, sitting in section 105, and I'm in 104 right now, but section 104 was full of Warrior fans. And they were rowdy, they were louder. That was crazy. I know a lot of Kings fans say, oh, they were Kings fans. It doesn't matter. The point is, Kings fans need to have more pride and actually not sell their tickets. That way, it feels like home court advantage. Because tonight, home court advantage was all Warriors, man. And yes, you heard the Kings when the Kings went on runs, like in the third quarter, second quarter, first quarter at times, but it wasn't enough. It just wasn't. I'm just being honest with you guys. But in terms of the game, the Kings once again stalled in the fourth quarter. I can't pinpoint exactly what it is tonight. There isn't a one single variable that lost this game for me. We're going to definitely break down the film, if not tomorrow, on Tuesday. But I don't think their problem is defense. Even though they allowed a 119, I think their biggest problem is their offense, especially down the stretch. This is a third consecutive game where their offense, their strength, stalled. They couldn't get good looks anymore. Their best looks were in transition tonight, pushing the ball. Once again, they struggled beyond the arc. Besides, I believe it was Harrison Barnes, the only one who actually had a decent game from beyond the arc. He finished 5 of 10. So, yeah. Everybody else struggled, man. I guess Harkless 2 of 4. That's pretty good, but... man. Steph Curry was amazing. As good as advertised, right? Finished the game with 27 points, 10 assists, 7 rebounds. 9 of 23 from the field, 4 of 15 from beyond the arc. He had an off night, per se, but they were just better from top to bottom. The Golden State Warriors walked into this building with extreme confidence, and the Kings just couldn't match up with them offensively. I thought defensively they had good moments, but if you're not scoring, if De'Aaron Fox isn't having a good game for you, which, again, I don't think he had a great game today. He had an okay game, 17 points, 1 of 6 from beyond the arc. That needs to get better, period. 6 assists, 5 rebounds. It's not bad. That's good. But his shooting woes continue, and that is not a good thing. It just isn't. I hate to say it. Tyrese, extremely passive once again. He did have 9 assists, 7 rebounds. He contributes in different ways for sure. But when De'Aaron went out in the fourth, Davion came in. I tweeted out, Tyrese needs to be that guy. And he wasn't, because he got substituted out right away. He's just not aggressive. I love his game. Don't get me wrong. No, don't take my words out of context. Oh, Leo doesn't like. No. All I'm saying is he needs to be more aggressive. And he will be the first to tell you that. Real talk. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the post-game live show directly from the Golden One Center. Shout out to J Lab, new sponsor. Got the headphones on, wireless, 50-plus hours of play time, no charging. That is amazing. First time wearing them, just got them in today, packaged them up, put them on. Let me know if if you guys can hear me okay, if my audio is all good. But again, J Lab, these are the Studio Pros. Make sure you check them out. Only $40. The ones that have the noise cancellation, I believe, are $100, but they only come in one color, which is black. But these come in different colors. And they're wireless, right? They have this nice little foam, covers your whole ear. You get the plus and minus button. It's pretty neat. I like them. So shout out to J Lab For sure, man. Appreciate them sending these over. Um, and obviously, shout out to Valley Tire Center as always for supporting this platform through thick and thin. They've been there since day one, and got love for them, and they do a lot of great things in the community. Obviously, Medici Sacramento for doing great things, for making great food, and serving our amazing community here across the Golden One Center. So if you guys ever want some pizza, make sure you guys check out Medici Sacramento. Let's get to everybody, man. Spencer. I just hate to see I just hate to see the Buddy slander from all the Kings fans after losses like this. It just wasn't him, 100%. And that's gonna be my biggest talking point because the slander I think needs to stop. I know it's not going to because Kings fans love to scapegoat somebody. It's always been that way. It's always going to be that way, especially if they lose games. They're gonna remember the last thing, which was some really bad shots, but the game was out of hand at that point. When it hit the 3:30 mark, the game was over. It was over. De'Aaron Fox couldn't score. He couldn't get everybody involved. And we'll get into the Buddy Hield thing because there are certain things that fans seriously just don't see. They can't diagnose it. They can't see it during the live game, which I can, and I will break down on the film. And I'm talking about his gravity and how that allows everybody else to actually get their shots because of Buddy Hield being out there, and how the defense is literally attacking him, hard-hedging him every time he touches the ball. Those little things that fans just don't see. All they see is the end result. Did the team score or not? Did Buddy Hield score or not? It's more to that than just a generic box score that you see, man. Real talk. I promise you that. Repent all your sins to the Almighty Jesus Christ. Amen. We all got to repent. No question about it. Spencer. It says we just like the Chargers for real. Jeez, don't say that. Chargers are, I'm just kidding. Chargers are pretty good this year. I personally don't like them, but, it is what it is. Turnovers, simply turnovers. Sacramento Kings, the best three-quarter team in the NBA. Yeah. Don't like Karkless. He seems slow and still injured. Bobby Hill, our offense is, no offense. Look and see Fox, let Halliburton create. That's not an offense. We saw a lot of that for sure tonight. Something needs to change. But when your shots aren't falling, you're going to see a lot of that. Fox had some costly turnovers. Yes, he did. I realize it's early, but Fox needs to turn it up 100%. I think he'll be the first to tell you that. At least it's raining now. Help the drought. Well, it was dangerous tonight. I almost didn't come. I wish I didn't come just because I was skidding on the freeway. I had to drive from Stockton because my dad really can't walk right now. I went to go visit him. So I drove from Stockton back to my house in Sac, and then from there another 20 minutes to the arena. I was late by, 3-4 minutes of the game. Super dangerous, man. If I would have known that they would have played like this, I wish I would have stayed home. Real talk. And it's unfortunate, but my duty is to you guys to come provide coverage as always, to do my best in doing that. So I'm here. I was excited for most of the game. I would say they had good moments. Make no mistake about it. Davion came out aggressive, which is what you want to see from a guy who didn't play well offensively last game, let's be honest, right? But he did show a lot of promise tonight, even though he finished the game with, what did he finish with? 9 and 16, 3 of 8 from beyond the arc. He was aggressive. He kept the defense honest by shooting that shot. It's not great, but it's not bad. The 3 of 8, I'll take that, especially from him. 22 points, 4 assists, 32 minutes. That's what you want to see from him. That's what you want to see from him. Him being ultra aggressive, because that will keep the defense honest. That's going to open up his entire game, and it's going to open up his mid-range shot, which is what he wants to do. Stop on a dime, right? Low hezzy. dive down, step back. That's what he loves to do. That's Davion at his finest. If you guys haven't hit the like button, please do so. Helps out the algorithm a lot. Muhammad, do you think Ja is better than Fox this season? When we look at the first 3 games, especially Ja with 40 points tonight, yes, I do. He's been better through 3 games. But if you talk about last year, from a full body work, I think Fox is a little bit better, but they're definitely in the same tier, same class. I would say SGA, Fox, and Ja are on the same tier, same class. I would put Luka and Trey. I love Trey. I love Trey, but he's such a liability defensively. Luka is ahead of all these guys, but I think it's Luka and then it's tier 2, right? Tier 1 Luka, and then it's Trey, Ja, Fox, SGA, which is not a bad thing. That's a good thing to have, to be mentioned in these types of tiers, at least in my opinion. Hard to be that guy when you have no offhand whatsoever. Kings still a losing team, finding ways to lose. Of course, Ja's better than Fox this season, but this continues. He's better overall. Offensive execution is what killed us. Yeah, man, I keep saying it. I broke down the film in Game 1, which is a game that they won against the Portland Trailblazers, and in that fourth quarter, their offense stalled. Their defense was actually good. C.J. McCollum and Damian Lillard, well, mostly C.J., he made a lot of tough shots. It was bad offense, but Chauncey has really made, just like tonight, we see a lot of Fox going one-on-one, which is fine. It's the new NBA. Guards are going to penetrate and kick out, but their defense wasn't bad in the fourth quarter. If you guys didn't catch that video, please go check it out. Possession by possession. It was there, man. Their offense stalled. What is going on with their offense? We got to break it down. It's so hard to diagnose a game live, or I'd be lying to you if I said, oh, well, this is wrong. Surface level, Fox's shooting woes is really not helping, right? It's the word I'm looking for. It's triggering other guys to kind of give them some space to then attack everybody else, stay home. Honestly, when Buddy's into the game, you get a lot of openings because they are playing him so tight. They are trying to take his shots away, trying to take any clean look away from him, which you should do. Even tonight in the first 3 quarters, besides the fourth quarter, but in the first 3 quarters, he wanted to shoot the ball so bad. But yet he would make the right play, kick out, attack. He's not shooting the forced shot like he was last season. He did that at the end of the game when the game was literally out of hand already, because he was probably upset that, which again, that's his fault. But the first 3 quarters, I thought he was fine. He was a great decoy to have. That allowed De'Aaron, that allowed Tyrese to play in transition, right? If you guys go back into that play where he dropped it off to Harrison Barnes on that no-look pass, what did Damian Lee do? He stayed home, which your first instinct is to pass it to Buddy on the wing in transition. Lee knew the scouting report. So did Tyrese. Tyrese took advantage of Buddy's gravity. Dropped it off, no-look pass, easy layup. That's great basketball. But Buddy Hield created that shot. Make no mistake about it. And those are the little things that he does all game long for you. Because this year, unlike last year, they are just they're just hard-edging him every time. They are treating him like he is damn near Steph. Nobody is Steph. To me, there is a tier of shooters in this whole elite conversation. Yeah, if you look at the box score, you'll say, oh, Buddy was 2 of 10. He's not elite. Come on, man. You got to stop. Got to stop with that. They treat him like he's elite. When the defense plays you that tight, you are elite. So there's a tier, right? There is tier 1, 2, and 3. Steph is his own tier. We don't put him in any tiers. He's Steph. He's not human. He's a machine. Point blank, period. He's a cheat code. It's Steph, and then it's tier 1. And in tier 1, it's Damian Lillard, Klay Thompson, KD. Whatever order you want. I'm not going to put them in order. Those three guys are tier 1. Okay? I would put these next three guys in tier 1 also. Real talk. Buddy Hield, Joe Harris, Duncan Robinson. So these 6 guys to me are tier 1. Tier 2, James Harden is right there. But Duncan, Joe, and Buddy are super role players who are tier 1 shooters. And then the other 3 guys are stars, right? And Damian, Klay, and KD. Now some other names will pop up, but those to me are the 6 guys that are in tier 1. You can easily put James in that conversation as well, but I'm going to put him at the very beginning of tier 2. That's how I see the game. These guys are definitely elite. They're elite at their craft, and they create that space for everybody else around them. Because the defense respects them so much that they don't want them to catch fire. Because once they do, your offense opens up. It's common sense. How's everybody doing? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Buddha says Curry is ridiculous to guard. Set so many screens for him. Man, it's so hard. And on top of the Warriors setting so many screens, he doesn't stop moving, which is just insane. And I tweeted this out. I think it was a game against the Clippers. How many miles does he run in a game? And then how many miles does he run in preparation in the off season and before games or just during the week? Like, how do you stay in that type of shape to never stop running? Nobody does it like Stephen Curry. Nobody. That's why he's a cheat code. He's not human. Buddha says this game was on Fox. Boy Noah says, hey Leo, this team is killing us. Lead every single game at the half, and they cannot finish. You know what's crazy though? Is the story for the Kings has always been the third quarter, and now they haven't been that bad in the third, at least this season. And it's been the fourth. Like, the Kings are always playing from behind, right? In previous seasons. And they, for the most part, win the fourth because they're playing from behind. Now it's like, okay, they might have a lead or they're right there. And then in the fourth, they get the offense. It's stale, bro. It stalls. It stops functioning efficiently. It's not fun to watch. It's super frustrating. I want to tear my head off. My hair off. My head off. That too. Make sure you guys get copy your Sacramento hats once we put the order in. Still working on that, guys. Appreciate all the patience. But man, it's been tough. And then the second half of that is turnovers in the paint are killing us. Thompson having to run offense to him. Oh my God! Don't. Thank you for bringing that up. That is just awful. Tristan Thompson, one of the worst finishers I've seen in a long time. The guy can't finish. Very good rebounder, but the guy can't finish. We've seen it time and time again this entire preseason and this entire season. Any chance he's gotten, he is a. I want to know what the stats are for sure. The man can't finish. Period. Steph Curry got superstar treatment. That's beyond the point. Shout out to Doug Ribbett. I get Buddy keeps us in the games, but he doesn't excuse his constant blunders. Leo, you know that better than anyone. 100%. For whatever reason down the stretch, it has been tough for him because the defense also knows this. Opposing team know this. You got to put the pressure on him. They literally put the pressure on him all game long, but especially in crunch time. He is prone to turn the ball over, and they attack that. They attack the weakness of this team. Great scouting report. We all know that. That is something that he needs to get better at. I don't know what it is. If it's the nerves, is it just him being frustrated, him being flustered? I don't know what it is, but it's happened a lot. And it's unfortunate because those are the turnovers that fans want to hold on to and then put the blame on him. And that's super unfair because you got to take the full body of work to make an actual assessment, right? Can we all agree on that? Right? Stuff. Draymond chewing at refs the whole game, no text. Holmes yells once he gets teed up. That's true. Holmes earned that tee. That was not a foul. I thought that was a huge momentum shift. And I'm glad he got the tee because these refs need to hear him. They don't treat Holmes with no respect. They disrespect him so much, and it's crazy to me. Kevin Fernandez, even if a comeback is too late, those bad shots aren't winning plays. Gravity doesn't excuse awful shot selection and constant timely turnovers. Remember when you said Durant couldn't get it and done in the playoffs when he had 40? That's directly contradictory. To be fair, KD is on a whole separate stratosphere. Like, KD is one of the greatest players to ever live. Buddy and KD shouldn't be mentioned in the same conversation. It's just completely different. Like, that is like all-time great talk. That's a whole separate conversation. When we start talking about the GOAT, like the greatest of all-time players, then we can talk about that. Buddy Hield turnovers, he's a role player, bro. Context matters. He's out there to do his job. He's a super role player. He's not the star of this team. Star of the team is De'Aaron Fox. The responsibility falls on him at the end of the day. We all know that, man. We all know that. If you want to lie to yourself and say, well, it's not on, like, no, it's definitely on Fox. He gets paid the most. He's the most talented. He's the best player. He gets the most calls out of anybody on this team. Even if y'all think it's not what he deserves, that's a whole separate conversation. But he is the head honcho of this team. He's the head of the snake. As he goes, the team goes. So I get it. People want to scapegoat on Buddy. Like, that's fine. Do you. But I'm just pointing out facts. And the facts are he's a role player. And I've also just acknowledged a lot of the things that are his fault. I have. Should Davion start? No, he shouldn't. All on Buddy's fault. His defense is way better. His defense has been a lot better this season, matter of fact. Like, better than last year. Movement is better, but those threes with someone in his face are terrible for shots. Yes, and those threes came when? They came in the fourth quarter. I don't know how many shots he shot in the fourth quarter, but if someone can just look that up real fast for me, I'm curious to know. And then how many shots he shot in the first three quarters. I can guarantee you it wasn't many. And again, a lot of his gravity allowed a lot of dudes to get buckets or to get better looks, which is why you have him out there in the first place. Whether you call him an elite shooter or an elite floor spacer, terminology is the same to me. It's just trying to either discredit him or give him credit. I've seen that on both sides. But there's a lot to this team. Like Tyrese, I haven't seen any people talk about Tyrese on these comments. At least not yet. I haven't gone to him yet. But what's Tyrese doing? What's Tyrese finished with? 2 of 6 from beyond the arc. 3 of 9. He had 9 assists, 7 rebounds. That's great. But he's just passive. He needs to be aggressive, man. He's a starting shooting guard on this team. He's a starting backcourt mate, whether you want to call him a shooting guard or a point guard. To me, again, he's just a guard. He's better with the ball in his hands without question. But with that said, if you got the ball in your hands a lot, you need to be able to score. And the defense needs to understand that and feel that. And I know defenses don't feel that because they know he wants to pass. Now, he's not as bad as, say, a Rondo, right, who always wants to pass. Tyrese will occasionally hit the floater on you, drive past you, etc. But he needs to be more aggressive, especially if a lot of you guys think he's the second best player on this team, which I don't think a lot of you do because it looks like it's Harrison Barnes right now, and then De'Aaron Fox is obviously the best player on this team. But you expect that jump again. It's 3 games, and let's not uh, make this bigger than what it is. It's 3 games. Let's bring this back. You know, we're just talking about this game specifically. I have faith in Tyrese, but he needs to take it upon himself to be more aggressive. That's all I want to see. Him be more, just like Davion. I want him to come out with the exact same mindset. Shoot the damn ball. That's all. That's it. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree. What's Halliburton going to do now that the league has figured out he has no left hand? That's a great point. That's a great point. Marsh should be playing, bro. No, he should not. He is the reason why the Jazz got back into that game and scored a lot of easy buckets. He has no business playing. None whatsoever. Everybody keep making excuses for Fox. He's been playing garbage. Grishaw's election was bad today. Stop defending Fox, bro. He's not a star, not even close. He's an awful, man. Trade him. That's not true. That's not true. Fox or Ben Simmons ASAP. No thanks. Thanks, Steph, for all you do. Wishing you and everyone a safe trip home. Appreciate you, my brother. Fox is overrated. On the other hand, I love how people get mad at Fox when he's literally the only reason we win games. That's not true either. If Fox isn't going to score, trade for Simmons. He doesn't score either, but he plays defense. He had bad turnovers. You got to play ball, not depend on fouls. Y'all are casuals and saying trade Fox. I agree with that. Fox or Simmons or SGA, do it now. SGA ain't coming here. I do love SGA though. Doug Ribbit says y'all clowns. Fox can't shoot. Marvin Bagley needs to play somewhere. I'm so Kings mad at stupid. What up, management? Dumb. Lots of cursing words, man. No, he has no business playing. Sorry. I agree with Dick Ribbit. All right, let me see. Let me see what the next comment is before we get to the next point. How many turnovers did Fox have? Fox had 3 turnovers. JD 6. Fox mentality needs to change. He had a killer mentality for around 7 or 8 games and looked like a superstar last year. He needs to be an alpha. Also, we have a giant hole when Holmes goes out. That is true. Go ahead. That is true. I love Alex Lynn. I love Tristan Thompson. I don't like Bagley. But when Holmes goes to the bench, you're missing that offensive punch that he provides. Even with that floater, like, teams respect that so much now. And that creates space for other people. Again, talking about gravity, he creates that. And you're right. When he goes off, man, it's tough because nobody's as good as him that plays that position, right? It's tough. When he's in foul trouble, this team is in trouble. And I thought they could have addressed it, right, with signing these bigs. I like them. They're below average bigs, let's be honest. But yet again, name me a team who can just supplement their best big with another really good big. Like, there aren't many teams, if there are some teams, right? So it's not just a problem for the Kings, it's a problem for a lot of teams. Because there's a lot of teams that will be good this year. Spencer says Kings fans so quick to switch it up on Fox. No one's saying anything. Well, yeah, there are some people on here saying that, but we all know the truth. Fox is fine. Darian's fine. Surface level seems like we are getting killed on the boards, creating second chance opportunities for the opponent. Why not try a traditional lineup to see what happens? I kind of expand on what you mean by traditional. Do you mean like point guard, shooting guard, like legit center? Like legit center means like 7-footer. Don't go bass on us, man. like I said, I just went over why Rashawn Holmes is so valuable. His ability to switch on defense and then that push shot. Tristan can't finish. Alex Lynn, I haven't seen enough of him to say he can finish. He's shown a little bit, but not enough, so I can't really say that. He really can't shoot. I mean, again, man, it's there's a drop off for sure. Kevin says, yeah, but also Fox, an elbow and a shoulder from Gobert too. Yes, Kevin's right on, and I talked about that on the last post game show. I do think he's injured. With that said, a lot of guys are injured and they play injured, or they play hurt. Sorry, not injured, but hurt. He's hurting, for sure, but that's not a reason. His mechanics are really good. It's all in his head, man. It has to be. Like, there isn't a hitch on the shot. That his follow through is fine. At this point, it's mental. And one thing about being mental, Davion missing free throws, is that going to be a thing? Because if it is, the Kings are in trouble. The Kings are in trouble. That is not good. And if you guys haven't hit the like button, please do. If not, hit dislike, whatever the case may be. It really helps us out a lot. Poor boy Fox has always had a poor assist to turnover ratio. I have said this for ages. Fox is the Kings' best player. Why would you trade for him? Right, that's not happening. That is not happening. What's up with Terrence Davis? What did TD finish with today? 12 minutes, 0 of 2, 0 of 2. Didn't see much of him, to be honest with you. But he does have gravity, but didn't use it well tonight. He forced shots. There's no excuse. Not why they lost, but definitely was bad on offense. Again, I want to see the stats on how many shots he took in the first three compared to the fourth. If someone can bring that up, I know I have it in my email, but if someone can pull that up real fast for me. Is he doing enough defensively? Who are you talking about? 7 turnovers for Fox, ain't gonna cut it. He had 7 turnovers? No, he had 3? Let me see. Oh, you're right, my bad. He has 7 turnovers today. Holy moly, that's a lot. That is a lot. Get your merch, man, in the link right now. Look at the sweater, bro. It is straight fire. It is straight fire, bro. That's fire. That's heat. Links in the bio right now, man. Copper stuff, support, and then wear it proudly, man. All right, so wouldn't mind getting him into some run. 100%. He needs to get some run, man, because the problem is offense. Honestly, like, yeah, they scored 107, but their offense stalls in the worst moments. I hate seeing that. Harrison Barnes, Mr. Consistent, 7-13, 5 of 10 from beyond the arc. Again, only guy who really shot besides Mo Harkless on low volume. But 50%, wife says, drive home safely, I love you. I don't know if it's raining still, but it was super dangerous earlier, man. That was scary. 24 points, 3 turnovers, Mr. Consistent. I'm glad he's playing really well. That shuts up a lot of Kings fans who are Harrison Barnes haters. And then Mo Harkless, he had okay moments. I thought he was okay. He wasn't great. 23 minutes, 3-5, 8 points. I wish I could bring up the damn phone on my screen. I think I can if I connect it, but I'm just not prepared right now. Sorry about that. Again, De'Aaron Fox, 8 of 16. Six assists, 5 rebounds, 17 points. He needs to be better. TT 16 minutes, 3-4. Man. 6 points, -7. Buddy Hield 2 of 11, 2 of 10 from beyond the arc. Sheesh. That's tough. Tough game. That is a tough game, yo. Well, Steph Curry, Poole, what Poole have? 22 points. He's nice, bro. He played well tonight. He played real well tonight. Well, a lot of you guys are upset. I get it. I'm not particularly mad. Shout out to Maggie. Put Fox next to Pack. Hey, man, there's some Fox hate in here for sure. I didn't know it was that big. How in the world can we call Fox a star? Stop it. Stop the nonsense. Fox is a star. You are on something if you don't think Fox is a star. Just because he's struggling does not mean he's not a star. If you look at his full body of work, guy's a star. Is he a superstar? No. That is his next step. That's what he needs to be for this team to be good. But there are 24 to 36 stars in the league, right? There's 24 spots that are all-stars, the ceremonial thing. And then there's about 12 other guys who get snubbed because there isn't enough spots. Fox is one of those guys. That's how I view the league. There are 12, I would say 12 elite players in this league. Fox is not one of those guys. He's not close to being one of those guys. That's just a fact. If you have one of those 12 guys, your team is probably really good, or at least good. Yeah, it's tough. What else you got? Why would you guys do Barnes for Simmons? I would do Barnes for Simmons, yes. Just because talent always wins, period. You can unlock just insane potential with Ben Simmons offensively. Like, if you actually get him a real shooting coach, like Rafa Dor, who has taken a lot of dudes like Bam Adebayo from 60% to 86% last year, and just a bunch of other guys. Even Duncan Robinson wasn't as good as he is now. A lot of shooters in that program that are really good because of Rob. And that would be a great investment if the Kings would go out and get a guy like Rob Fedor, someone at his level. Obviously, Ben can't have his brother be shooting or just a train or whatever the case may be. I don't know the exact story, but those are the little things that he needs to mature on. But in terms of, like, he's a great player now, but my God, like, if he could ever shoot, he already puts up 14, 15 a night without shooting. Think about that. I'm not trying to cover for his turnovers, bro. I put all stats on the blue check, and then it showed me. It wasn't showing me. I thought PF, like, on the ESPN app, I was confused. My bad. I apologize. I was confused. It was an honest mistake. I'm not trying to cover up. Like, yeah, he had a lot of turnovers. I didn't realize he had that many turnovers, though. I'll be honest with you. If Sack can win 9 or 10 of them, that's a win. That series not better than Fox. Sorry, man. Who y'all talking to? Man, let Dylan Wright. Thank you, Ryan. And I said that. Like, I literally said that. I don't want, and I said this 1,000 times in preseason, right? During the summer league, I don't want Davion as your initiator. I want him coming off of secondary actions with the live dribble. That's what I want Davion to do. Period. just let's try to put these guys in the best situations to succeed right off the bat. That way they can gain confidence, and then they can go back, watch the film, and say, okay, where can I improve my game on? Obviously, we know that he needs to be better just everywhere, but specifically, if he's going to be an initiator, he needs to be a better passer, and length bothers him. He has yet to understand that it's okay to bounce the ball and not do a chest or over the head pass all the time and then get deflected, which then leads to a turnover. Or it leads to a bad possession offensively because now your offense is out of sync. So when they got rid of him for TT, I was so against it at the time, and I like DeLon, man. I just love his playmaking ability, his versatility to play both guard positions. To me, it was a mistake, but it is what it is. Serge says, don't let Luke off the hook. Rotation sucked too. Ball was not moving around, jacking up threes, and no cutters. Great point. I'm not going to let Luke off the hook today. It's, again, that's more of surface level, right? I can't really pinpoint exactly what happened. I just have to go back and watch the film, man. It's just a lot of things, and when you watch the game live, a lot of distractions, and it's so hard just to focus on one thing and to actually see what is happening, what actions they're running. They run a lot of the same stuff, but there are different, not alterations, but there are different. What's the word that I'm looking for? Jeez, slipping in my mind, but different things, different intricacies that you can just twist into the same action and just go off of how the defense plays you, right? So, different iterations. That's the word. See, I'm off base. I think that means it's time to go. Because if I don't remember the word iteration, I mean, come on. That's on me. Every Kings fan I've been in my whole life, they freaking lose every time, every game. Damn, that sucks. Luke's idea with three-guard lineup is failing miserably. That's not true. That's simply not true. That is just not true. They're playing a lot harder defensively. They're playing a lot better defensively. Like a lot better. You may not think so because they scored 119, but they're playing a lot better defensively. It's their problem is their offense. And I know a lot of you guys can't see that or don't understand that, but their problem is their offense. Like, it really is. It's not efficient. It's just not. But we gonna dive into it for sure. Look, there is not one national sports media group that has Fox in the top 10 of point guards. I think he is. Top of my head, I think he is. For sure. No, Fox is in the top 10. Thanks, Ryan. Fox is in your top 10. For sure. Edwards says, to be honest, it's a mental thing to the Kings. They must gain confidence and build more chemistry. This schedule is brutal. If you guys want to call in, please do so. I think, and let me see. I'll give you guys 5 minutes. Let me see. I'm going to put the link in the bio so you guys can call. There it is. Click here. I'll put this in the comments. If you guys can copy and paste that, it's right there. Y'all can click that. It's right there. I agree their offense gets clunky at the end of the game. Not sure why they can't work that out. Defense has definitely improved, but they need to work on their offense in critical moments of the game 100%. Yeah, there's a lot of misinterpretations on this chat right now. Bobby says, appreciate the show. Yes, sir. Guys, there's literally no use responding to. It's funny. When can we conclude that this 3 yard line sucks? When you learn that basketball isn't played with 5 7-footers. That's when. Uh, Show me a rating. Fox's Westbrook, stop it. Okay, so the link is in the bio. I just put it in the chat. If you guys want to join the conversation, I would like that to actually talk to one of you two. Um, and again, shout out to all the sponsors: Medici Sacramento Valley Tire Center, and then J Lab for these awesome headphones. They get up to 50 hours of playtime, no charging. Obviously, once 50 hours pass, you have to charge them. Duh. They're wireless. They're Bluetooth. But so far, I mean, typically headphones mess up my ears, but the little foam, like it's pretty good. I'm not gonna sit here and like lie to you guys. I never do, but like it's not bad. They're super light though, which I love. 'Cause having one hurt my neck, and so far so good, man. So if you guys want to join the conversation, I just put it in there again. Uh, Again, if y'all don't like Fox or whatever, just again, I'm gonna put it in there. Click there, and or just copy and paste that onto a browser or to your phone, and you can literally call in. It's like FaceTiming me. Put you on the screen. It'll look real good. If not, it's 9:50. Got to get home before this rain attacks me again. I'm probably gonna upload the interviews right after this, like I usually do. We have had less help, unfortunately. Hopefully, they allow E-Man to come back. Sometimes, like, I'll be honest, in November, I won't be able to make a lot of the games. I haven't really talked about it, but we got a huge opportunity to produce and direct a season 3 show on Amazon Prime. Haven't made the announcement yet publicly, but that's done. It's going to happen. I'm super excited to be in SoCal November 7th through the 12th. I'll be filming 4 days in a row, and then I'll be producing, editing the show so it can be on Amazon Prime. Um, I'll for sure announce that later this week or in a week and a half. So E-Man will be here for a few of those games. I might do some post-game shows after I get off set, but yet I don't know what the vibe's gonna be. It's tough, but it's a great opportunity though. So it's a great opportunity for Cowboy Kingdom to continue to grow, right? Not just locally, but nationally. And I'm super excited for that. Like super excited for that. Uh, Fox might actually have Dwight Howard syndrome. I don't know about that. That's messed up. I tried to join, but it didn't work. What you mean it didn't work? Let me see. Oh, okay. Never mind. It's on. I apologize. Hold up, y'all. Copied. Here we go. Here we go. That's the link. My bad, y'all. That's on me. My interview was off. Here we go, though. Come on, boy. It should be fun. It should be fun. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. This hat's pretty fresh, bro. This hat's pretty fresh. Put the link, bro. We'll donate. Oh, Kingdom. Put up the link, bro. Right, here we go. Randy. To the right. Let's see. Give me a sec. To the right. There he is. What's up, bro? We got someone else. Hold up, Seabass. Go ahead, Randy. Can you hear me? Randy? Oh. What's up, Seabass?
Uh-oh. Just keep in mind that I'm super nervous the first few seconds. It's
Hey
gonna
man, you
take me a
always
little
nervous,
while.
bro. Hey,
So,
hey,
well,
you got two
I don't.
minutes, so go ahead.
Oh, okay, really quick. I don't know if I'm gonna be your best guest or worst nightmare because it's interesting that we basically are diametrically opposed on many issues. I'm just wondering when this we're going to conclude that this three guard lineup sucks balls. Because okay, let me say two things. Why are we the only team in the NBA that is now trying to experiment with a three guard
That's
lineup?
false. That's
Uh,
false. Sorry, stop. That's false.
okay,
We literally saw that tonight by the Warriors. We saw it the other night with the Warriors and the Clippers. We see it every single night. I don't think you're well versed enough to watch the entire league. I do. Like I watch a lot of
uh,
games, and everybody runs three guard lineups. Everybody does. But go ahead.
well, it's also going to depend on how you're defining your three guards. I mean,
Guards, no guards.
Davion,
I
uh,
promise you, guards.
Davion is a great defender, and but that's the third guard is going to be a guy who's about probably 6'4", so trying to guard somebody who's maybe 6'6", 6'8". But anyways,
Davion can guard
I,
anybody.
I oh whoa, let's not go that far. I love Davion Mitchell. He's great, but I would
So
just
he's
put him
great.
on a point guard. I wouldn't put him on a forward. I wouldn't put him
Well,
on anybody six
obviously,
six or bigger.
obviously, but when I'm
Okay,
what I mean is like he can guard anybody. Like in terms of switching onto somebody, I'm not saying go guard a center. Like I'm saying guard your guard. If you switch on him, he gonna be just fine because he knows how to play defense. He understands angles. He's built like a tank.
right.
Like you
I,
saw
I,
what like
the,
you like
right.
you saw Steph
I,
tonight, right? Like Steph asked for a
I,
thousand screens.
I'm totally in love with Davion. I'm not arguing Davion. I'm just going to say that the Kings' success is going to be limited with a three guard lineup. And there's
Mm.
always going to be something. There's always going to be something lacking, whether it's rebounding or interior defense or interior offense or toughness, or there's always. I think the Kings team is much better in terms of depth this season, and I think at the end of the season they'll be better. But I definitely think that this three guard lineup limits their success. I would love to see the Kings just pick two guards. I'd love to see Barnes, Holmes, and somebody else, I don't know who, up in the front line. I'm super angry at the Kings organization for having Bagley sit out, and
He's not
that's a
good.
whole nother
Go ahead.
conversation. But
He's not good.
you either play him or trade him. I mean, it's one or the other. You
You
don't
can't
just leave
trade
him on
him
the
because
bench like
nobody
that.
wants him.
But well, you know,
They
I can't
tried.
say much in 2 minutes.
They
But
tried to trade him. No, I promise you, they tried to trade him and they couldn't.
I just don't think this three guard lineup is going to be. It's not going to beat the Lakers. It's not going to beat a number of teams. So I mean, the Lakers could go look at their line. We've been through this conversation before. How in the world are we going to have a three guard lineup when with the Lakers have who they have, LeBron and Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard and Carmelo? There's no way we can come close to beating them in a playoff series with three guards. That's why I'm saying it's limited success. They tried this before in the past. I remember with the Steve Nash Suns with Steve Nash and Marion, and they're a great team offensively. They were fast, they were quick, they scored like crazy. But even Steve Nash, that one season, said in the playoffs, "We're not a good defensive team, but we're going to try to win with our offense." And everybody knew that it wasn't going to work. But the thing was, they were a great team, and they were quick, and they were small. But you have your limitations when you're that small. And there's no way the Kings are going to beat the Lakers with three guards in the playoffs. So they could be a better team, but their success is going to
Real
be
quick,
limited.
real quick on that
Yeah.
Suns team, on that Suns team, if I'm not mistaken, weren't they robbed off a silly ass call that had Amari suspended because he got off the bench? So they were a referee away from being in the finals and potentially winning the championship, right? With that team?
I don't remember. I do not
Yes.
remember.
No. The answer is yes. I was being facetious, but so it works. If it works if they don't
It
suspend a
it
player,
didn't
like
work.
no, I mean it
It
would have
it
worked,
it
but they
hasn't.
suspended their
It
player.
it hasn't worked. I mean, how many of these three guard lineups? It just doesn't work. I mean, you
It's
could look in the last
2021,
5 years.
brother. It's
Look
2021.
2021. Look at 2020. Look at 2019. Look at the last 5 years. It just hasn't worked. I mean,
The
and
Warriors
for a
won.
team,
Wait. The Warriors won with Draymond Green playing center, and he's 6'6".
yeah, that was completely different. They had, but
Okay.
no, no. Who's the guy that's out now on the Warriors? Sorry, I can't think right now.
Their
What's
their
his name?
rookie from last year,
No, the shooting guard. What's his name?
Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson. He's like 6'6", 6'7". They were basically 6'6", 6'7" throughout, except for Steph Curry. So
Okay.
some people will say they're
Tyrese is
small.
six
I wouldn't
seven.
call them
Okay,
mid-size.
but
But
Tyrese
the
is
thing
six
is,
seven. But Tyrese is 6'7".
uh,
Harrison Barnes is 6'9".
Tyrese,
De'Aaron Fox is like 6'5". Like they're big
no,
guards.
you're giving people a few extra inches than what they are.
Who cares? Like
But it matters. It matters at the end. I
no,
mean,
it
the,
doesn't matter.
the
What matters
size,
is your
but
length.
the size,
It's your wingspan that matters,
size,
bro.
size and length. But the Kings are a small team, and it's going to be to their disadvantage, and they can't beat a number of teams. As I said, their success is limited. They can't beat teams like the Lakers, et cetera, with big front lines. It's just not going to work.
All
They're
right,
better. They're a
Seabass.
better team, but their success. I don't know why you're laughing because I mean, I'm right. I called the Lakers a few years ago, and I'm gonna tell you now. There's no way that the Kings would beat the Lakers if they played a three-guard lineup most of the time
Well,
in
the
a playoff
Lakers won the
series. It wouldn't work.
championship. The as I recall, the Lakers lost and got destroyed by the Suns, and they won the championship during the bubble where there were no fans. So I discredit whatever you said was right. Like I don't give them credit for that. I'm
No,
sorry, I don't.
no. That was the year before last year when the Lakers won. Last year they
No,
had
they
everybody
didn't. They
injured.
won. They won during the bubble.
Yeah, well, we've gone over that before, and I called them winning because they had a bigger front line. The Lakers lost last year because they had all these injuries. Anthony Davis injured, everybody injured,
And
so
the
on and so forth.
Lakers
But as I
and
said,
wait
it,
and the Lakers run a three-guard lineup with Russell Westbrook,
they could.
Bazemore, no Bazemore and Monk. And they have
Yeah,
different iterations of that, brother. Like everybody
they
runs a
could.
three-guard lineup. Everybody
They
does.
and if the Lakers run that three-guard lineup, we could probably run a three-guard lineup too. But when they don't run that three-guard lineup, we're gonna have to revert
Okay.
back to something
Okay.
else.
How did the
But
Clippers
anyway,
beat the Jazz? Oh, wait. One last question, just to destroy your notion of a three-guard lineup. How
it's
did the
not destroyed
Clippers
at all.
how did the Clippers beat the Jazz last year? By playing what? If you watch
I
enough
don't for
basketball.
sure.
Okay. Well, I'm going to educate you. The Clippers downsized and they had literally like four guards out there playing. Literally. And that's how they beat them because Rudy Gobert, a guy that you love and you love 7-footers, is unplayable in the playoffs. Explain that to me.
Rudy Gobert is
Is
unplayable in the play.
unplayable. Yes. He is unplayable
I
in the
don't know about
playoffs.
that.
He's been
I
unplayable
don't
for the
know about
last
that.
he's been unplayable for the last 4 years.
Yeah, I can't go along with that. Doesn't
Oh, they
make sense.
lost. They lost. Did they not
Did
lose to
they?
the Clippers without Kawhi Leonard?
Sure,
Yes.
but that's not gonna discredit this. I mean, there,
They went
there's
small.
so
They went with four guards. If you had a three-guard lineup, they went with four-guard lineup and they beat them. They went with Nicholas Batum as their no. Listen to me, bro. They
yeah,
went with Nicholas Batum at the center position. Batum is 6'8". Explain that to me. You can't.
yeah,
You can't. If you watch the Warrior game from 2 nights ago against the Clippers, they all went small. There wasn't a center in the last 5 minutes of a game. That's just the new
yeah.
NBA, brother. That's just how it
The,
is.
the King, the Kings are smaller than small. Like the
Oh my
Warriors tonight,
God.
who did not. They are. I mean, as I said, Davion Mitchell, great defender, but Davion Mitchell, and then Fox. These guys are hardly 6'2", 6'3". I don't know where in the world
What?
you go, and I don't know how in the world you get 6'7" for Tyrese, but
Oh my
they're not
god.
even listed. They're not even listed like that. The Warriors were
Bro,
not smaller than us.
I stand next to them. I'm literally here at the arena. I would know if anything.
They're not listed like that. They're not even listed.
Oh my god. Okay,
I
so
know this is
so if
funny
he's
that we
six
have to
seven,
argue this.
so if he's 6'7", does your notion change?
If who's 6'7"?
If Tyrese is 6'7",
You know, there have been a few uh small forwards that were really good at 6'5". I could think of two. One was, and I can't remember the guy on Memphis Grizzlies. They're
Tony
far and
Allen.
few between. Tony Allen, yes, thank you. Tony Allen, and a guy we had once, Gerald Wallace, too, about 6'4", 6'5".
He
There's
was six
few.
eight. He was 6'8".
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'll double check that. We are way off here.
All right,
Uh,
hey,
I
Seabass.
don't
Hey,
think he was
hey,
6'8".
Seabass. I appreciate you. We got to get someone else on, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate you,
we'll
bro.
have to talk another time about this. Yeah.
All
All
right,
right.
my
Have a
man.
good
Be
one.
good. All right, man. That was Seabass. Uh, man, I just pointed out 1,000 facts, and he just doesn't like to listen to facts. He has selective hearing, right? Which we love. Like, we love Seabass. That's Javier's dad. I'm just joking. That's what y'all say. I just like to just run with it. Like, it's all fun and games. Like, we all know that. Like, we all love Javier. We all love Ty. We all love Vince. You know what I'm saying? But it's funny how a lot of you guys, oh, that's Javier's dad. That's like the running joke on the show. You know, we just gotta go with it. But it's crazy though. Sergio, come on, bro. Like, click the link. Click the link in the bio. Tyrese probably 6'5", 6'6", 6, and Fox 6'5", 100%, bro. I don't know where he's getting 6'2" or 6'3". Like, what do I stand there? I talk to these guys like no, he's legit. Tyrese is legit 6'6", like without question. I thought it was entertaining. I don't think he watches basketball besides the Kings. I really don't. Uh, yeah, that's crazy. And here you go. He says he's not, bro. He's legit 6'6" though. Without question. Tyrese is 6'6". Uh, y'all are funny, man. You guys are funny. Uh, the Columbia Reels, the combine real measurements. No, bro. Guys grow. Like, you have to understand, these guys come into the league at 19, 20 years old. Like, they still have a year and a half, 2 years of growth spurt. You don't stop growing until you're 21. I don't know. Like, KD is legit 7 feet, but they list him at like 6'10", 6'11". He's 7 feet. We all know that. Anyways, the link is in the bio. I'm gonna put it one more time. We'd like to talk to one more person. If you guys can, I'm gonna post it here one more time in the chat, and we have somebody else on. Cause yeah. Oh my goodness, this is funny. This is fun. I love talking to y'all, man. And make sure y'all hit the like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Javier, come on, get your. I'm dead. I'm dead. Let me see. Luke Walton said we need to be much better in the fourth quarter. Yes, sir. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. You think if we keep playing like this, buddy, gonna get traded? Like playing good or playing bad? So no. Y'all don't want Ryan? Nobody? Is that gonna be it? I think someone joined earlier, but I don't think they pressed the button right. Yep. Gotta make a post, man. Gotta make that post, brother. I appreciate you guys. This was fun. Um, ah, tough loss. Tough loss. 119-107. Man, lots of things, man. I just want to rewatch this game. Most likely tomorrow. Wake up early. Start watching the film. I don't want to do like long ones because they always get blocked on YouTube. Obviously, I've been told you can't do that. It's gonna get blocked. They gotta be like small increments. Maybe break them up. I'm still debating how I want to go about that because it's so frustrating to me, right? But definitely it's not working because a lot of you guys don't like to watch long form stuff unless you're watching it live with me. So a lot of you guys watch it after. And again, I get it. Like a lot of you guys don't like film. Like a lot of you is boring. Like I get it. This is just for basketball junkies who just really enjoy the intricacies of basketball, right? The details of what the process was to get that result, right? I always enjoy seeing the process. What do they do to get to like point C is a result, right? I want to see point A, point B. What did you do to get that basket? I'm always curious. But I appreciate you guys, man, as always. Thank you guys so much. Again, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. See you guys tomorrow. Gonna post up these post game right now. I don't know who spoke today. Obviously, Luke always speaks, but I don't know, man. I was talking to Morgan, which sat right here, right before I started live. She said she's down to do a live. I told her congrats. She's doing a great job for NBC Sports, right? She got the new gig, so shout out to her. We'll probably have her on whenever she gets a chance. She says she's down with it. And yeah, man, thank you guys. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.